And so, it is probably about time that we get back to a little bit of Spartan action. And that is a bit of a problem, because there's a couple of things that have happened since the previous episode. I still cannot for the life of me find a ransom broker of any kind. I don't really know why. They must have all just dropped off the face of the earth for some reason. Anyway. Otherwise, I have returned, because I have been told the Spartans are attempting to take Argos once again, and I would like to participate, if at all possible. Now, what I've also done is I did get paid. I got a whole bunch of money from the mercenary wages and, well, my dye works. And I spent that 2,000 on another 20 units, as you can see right there. We have a whole bunch extra now. And we are going to be in a really, really good position if we do come up against some enemy units. Now, I am going to continue looting and burning these villages as well, because obviously I think it's a good idea to try and stockpile as much money as possible, because eventually it's going to get to a time where we will probably want to become a vassal with the Spartans, and I think that's going to be... I think that's probably going to be the best course of action that we'll take, but obviously I'm pretty much open to changing things as we go, because you never know, sometimes plans just don't work out, you know, they just don't work out, so we will try and see what happens, and there you go. So that was a pretty easy raid right there, and you can see that there are a number of vassals in there really very harshly wanting to attack. And, well, I'm going to have to try and get rid of these pieces of loot. It's going to be kind of difficult, as you can see. Look at that. Already done. Ooh, yes, I might want to get a new weapon of some kind, because, as I said before, I feel like this is just not... It's just not doing the business. It's just not doing the business. So I'm going to get one of these, and then we will trade a bunch of money... well, shall we say, a bunch of loot for that, and that is going to result in a little bit of a profit as well, which is relatively nice. And there we go. And we can always go and raid some additional village, which is not a big deal. So I'm pretty happy with this. All right, so I think the best thing that we can do now is either... Yeah, I know that some of our companions do not like raiding, but anyway, the point is that basically the only options we have now are going in and fighting in the siege of Argos, which I think could be really fun, and also maybe trying to do a little bit of skirmish action outside. So if we do see a vassal or maybe a caravan coming towards us, and oh yeah, I did not save that village with the... Yeah. Did not save that village, but that's okay. That's absolutely fine in my opinion. I think we're pretty good here. We're doing a pretty decent job of things, and I don't really want to go in when it's nighttime. I think that's probably not going to work out too well, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I could slaughter some of the animals actually, because we could then get a whole bunch of fresh beef, which would probably sell for quite a bit too. So, yeah, I'm just going to utilize the additional morale here that we're getting as well, because, I mean, we have excellent morale anyway, so it's not really a big deal. Alright, so I'm just going to continue to let the game run just a little bit here, because I don't particularly like going in sieges that are particularly outnumbered, you know, because that is just going to enable so much chance for failure, and as it stands right now, I've got 116 in our army, and I don't really want to lose all of that. So maybe once this guy goes in, or maybe this guy, then we'll follow. Yeah, it seems like he's not wanting to go in. So let's go in. Let's go in and see what we can do here. All right, so let's join the next assault, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I do not have a ranged attack of any kind, but this is going to be super fun in my opinion, because I have a much better torso armor piece, which is really going to make all the difference. It really is, because we had what? We had a we had a piece of chest armor that gave me like 14 body armor or something like that. This gives me, I think, 43 or something along those lines. So that is just insane. And I got to be a bit careful here as well, because the Delian League do tend to have decent ranged units. They have decent ranged units, so hopefully we'll do okay here. And hopefully I won't lose too many of my own units, which would be a big problem indeed. So, whoa, nice damage. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna think about using thrown weapons as well, because I feel like thrown weapons might be basically the only way to go in this mod, because it is just natural, you know? It's more natural to use a thrown weapon than it is to use any kind of other ranged weapon, and I think that could be pretty fun. So maybe we'll try it out, we'll see. Not entirely sure at this time, but we'll maybe try it out, because I don't think I've spec'd in any power draw just yet, so it is still up for grabs, really. So we don't have to worry too much about selections that we've made and having to, you know, having to stay with that. I'm trying to attack my own units. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be a bit more careful about who I'm attacking. Obviously, there is no friendly fire, so nothing really to worry about. But if I am going to use thrown weapons, then I should probably be a bit careful. Wow, I do good damage. I do good damage, but I have to be careful about maybe, just maybe, getting myself poked in the face, because I have died many times as a result of my stupidity in these kinds of situations. But it's actually going really well. And I suppose that would be the case. I mean, you would expect it to go quite well, considering the Spartans are, well, you know, they're very good in terms of their infantry capability. They are extremely good. And we have already run down 43 enemies. And I gotta say, I really like, I mean, everything about this mod just screams passion, you know? Because obviously the mod creator, I mean, they're by themselves. This is one person working on this mod by themselves, and that's just crazy. And I actually have been told, I think, in the comments, someone actually said that the other mod by this mod creator, I think I have heard of it. I think it's Renaissance. I think that is the mod name, and that is another thing that definitely. I don't think I've played that. Have I? If I've played that and I've forgotten, then I do apologize, but I don't think so. I don't think that is something that I've played, so it would be very exciting to see what is going on with that, because, I mean, look at this. We're in Greece, and then I think Renaissance is, I think, Italy. I think that is set in and around Italy, so that is going to be pretty awesome too. Definitely something to take a look at, so I might try to do that. But otherwise, I'm just going to try and see if we can maybe make a go of it here and see if we can expand the Spartans' rule over the entirety of the region, at least as much as possible. Of course, bear in mind, I am a mercenary, so I'm not going to really be getting that much benefit from doing things like this. You know, the only real benefit I'm going to get from situations like these, like sieges and things, is additional XP and maybe the opportunity to take some people prisoner as well. Maybe something like that, but for the most part, I think that is all that I'm going to be getting. Whereas if I was a vassal, then I might very well have an opportunity to take something, you know, I might be able to do that. I think that would be pretty cool. But as it stands, we currently don't have that option, so I'm just going to try as hard as I can to get as many Weaverian die works up and running as possible, because that is basically the pinnacle of what you need to do. You know, in this kind of mod where you are given a good amount of mercenary wages. It's the same in Pendor as well, by the way. In Pendor, and that is Prophecy of Pendor if you don't know, but yes, in Pendor it is relatively similar in that respect, where, you know, as a mercenary, you are going to gain a very tidy sum of cash every single week. And I think that makes sense. I think it makes all the sense. So I'd like to see every mod have that, because I can only imagine what it would be like to play a mod, you know, let's say, what's a favorite mod of mine? I don't know. There are so many. There are so many, I can't really name them. So anyway, the point is oh. Well, there's a runtime error. Unfortunate. I, amusingly enough, did run through the mod creator's video on how to configure the mod appropriately so that it wouldn't crash. But unfortunately, it seems like it has not helped me. Okay, so we're back in the siege. I had to do a little bit more fighting to get back to where we were previously. Unfortunately, this time around, I didn't get nearly as many kills. So oh no, there we go. Oh, okay. Apparently, as soon as I hit the record button, I actually have some damage. Isn't that amazing? Yes. But it's also self-damage. Self-damage and offense damage. Yes, that's great. Anyway, hopefully I will be able to level up to 14 once again, because obviously it did not save. So we're going to need to get back there. And hopefully, what's actually going on here? Hey guys, come on. You can die. Thank you. That's very nice of you. And now, can we even get up here? Do we even need to? Do we even need to get up here? I mean, apparently these guys think that there's definitely something going on, but I am skeptical. So let me see if I can just slip on by. There we go. All right, no, they're actually just looking at something up the way here, and oh, I was actually thinking I could jump from the rooftop over there, but no such luck. All right, well. Let me see if I can get down here another way. There we go. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, there's the current situation. Basically, the enemy has around the same amounts of units that they had before the crash, and we hopefully will be able to achieve victory here. And as I say, hopefully I'll be able to get level 14. And there it is. Oh yes, that's what I wanted. Very nice indeed. Okay. So, hopefully, now, we will just survive. That's literally all I want to do. I just want to survive in this battle. And I don't know whether you've noticed, but I turned on HDR. And I've also turned on, what is it now? The instancing? Yeah, I think I turned on the instancing thing as well, because that is recommended by the mod creator. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to just try everything to reduce crash potential, and I tried everything that they suggest in their video that they made, which is on the mod page, by the way, so you can easily find it, no problem at all. If you are also having problems with crashes, then maybe you can follow what they have done in that video, and then maybe you'll be able to prevent the crashes. I mean, I think it personally really very much depends on your own, you know, PC setup and stuff like that, because obviously, you know, if you have a better or worse computer than the mod creator, then it might, you know, you could just change a couple of things around dependent on that. But you do have to be a bit careful with it, because you don't really want to go into a situation where you are causing a crash. And so as a result, I have lowered my settings to be basically the same as the mod creator, or raise them in the case of HDR, because I usually don't play with HDR on. I feel like it changes some mods for the worse, but I feel like it's done a good service to Sparta itself. So I'd recommend, you know, those of you that are also playing Sparta to turn on HDR and have a grand old time. If your computer can handle it, then go for it. Otherwise, it's not really necessary. It just makes the game look a little better. And, you know, obviously we want to try and prevent as many crashes as possible. I feel like having a crash, especially a crash to desktop, like what you've seen me get, that is the worst kind of thing you can get, because it completely nullifies all of the immersion that you've gathered, and basically it also reverts a bunch of the progress that you have been able to acquire. So that's also a big shame. So yeah, hopefully I have now figured out what it was, because I have no idea what it was, but I've reduced the amount of corpses and ragdolls that will be on the ground at any one time. I've reduced the blood stains as well, because usually blood stains for me are on unlimited range, but Now I have made them on near player only. So we'll see if that has any effect, because that's what the mod creator has. So it's literally, I've just literally copied exactly what they've done to try and prevent the crash as much as possible. Now, hopefully, we will be able to achieve victory here. We're doing a lot worse for some reason. We're doing a lot worse than we were in the previous little, previous clip, I guess you could say, because obviously this is a different clip. Oh, never mind, okay. Apparently we're doing a lot better because, weird, okay, so I don't know whether you saw, but the bar at the top there was looking really bad for us, and then all of a sudden it's looking really good for us, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think it really depends on, yes, new enemies have arrived. It really depends on what enemies are on the battlefield, I think, and if you can eliminate a whole bunch, then you should have a much easier time of things. Got to be a bit careful about this guy, because he could kill me. He could kill me very easily if I allow him to. And oh no, are we actually? Oh dear, this is problematic. Oh, this is very problematic. I think I might die. Oh, yeah, yes. Okay, yes. Keep chasing me. You're gonna get stabbed by my wonderful spear. And now I think I'm dead. Yes, I am. All right, so let's have a look. How many? Oh, yeah, we almost had a victory right there. I was really. That is sad. That is very sad indeed. And now my mouse is bugged out because I looked at the casualties. So you're going to be seeing this. This is literally the only thing that I can see right now. I'm moving my mouse, but it's not making any difference. So yeah, that is my bad because I activated the battle map to take a look at the current situation. But I think we should be fine, and I think this is definitely a victory. So Argos has fallen before the Spartans. Alright, so I did decide to retreat from that particular battle, mainly because I was eliminated. I wasn't really getting any fun or any experience or anything from it, basically. So I decided to retreat, and as you can see, wow, huge amounts of casualties on our allies' side right there, as well as obviously the enemy. But here's the thing. We can basically just order our soldiers just to go straight on in there, and that is indeed a victory. We don't have to worry about going in once again because we have now taken it, which is fantastic. And that means I can sell the 2 days old beef that I have, and I can finally equip this because I did forget to do that, which was really good. And I think we still have a decent amount of food, so nothing really to worry about there either. Now, unfortunately, I did raid this village, so if at some point I do become a vassal with the Spartans and they decide to give me this village, we are going to have a lot of groveling to do, as the village elder is going to absolutely hate us. So that's definitely something we want to be a bit aware of if we do decide to swear allegiance. Anyway, there it is. Mercenary payment 4,700, gaining 1,600 total, which is really fantastic. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to... Well, no one leveled up? Are you serious? I'm actually kind of surprised at that. I thought that a couple of people would level up from that particular action, but apparently not. Okay, well, let's go into the tavern and see if we can maybe find a ransom broker. I know I said, you know, that I would attempt to find one off screen, but I still couldn't for some reason. I have no idea what's going on with that, but what we're going to do now is we will try, if at all possible, to raid another village. And if we do end up getting attacked, then that's not really going to make too much difference, because look at this. Look at the map right now. Sparta owns such a huge, huge area, and the Delian League, well, it actually does own a pretty significant portion, because, let's face it, they're all over the place. They are all over the place. Look at this. They even have little islands here and there, and I think these are things that are garrisoned, so they're not just villages. This is definitely... that's definitely a town of some kind. So yeah, it is going to be pretty harsh to eliminate the Delian League altogether, but I think it will be a very fun experience to try our best. And there's Crete down there, so obviously they're going to have really good archers, which I am very much dreading fighting. But I think otherwise we're doing okay. I mean, we've taken this. I mean, not me, but, you know, the Spartans did take it, and they did a pretty decent job at it. So let's go on over and see if I can maybe raid a village or two. But first I'm going to go into this tavern here and see if we can potentially find a ransom broker. No. Wow. I am very unlucky, apparently, with ransom brokers in this mod. I don't know why, but apparently that just keeps happening. Okay, so, wow, he's already given it? Whoa, okay, that was fast. So he already gave Argos to someone, which is kind of insane how quick he was able to do that. Okay, so there's a military campaign. We should probably go and help them, shouldn't we? We should probably go and do that. Let's see what Sarios is going to do, because he is well, he's an intelligence-based guy, so I would assume that it would be a good idea to level up his surgery skill, because that is eventually going to be the thing that we want him to be good at. And I think that's pretty good. Okay, so let's have a look at my own character sheet right here. Okay, so far I think we're doing pretty well in regards to our strength. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for 21 strength, and then I will try to increase our agility or something else. I don't know whether it will be intelligence or charisma, but I think agility to 12 at least would be pretty good. And then we'll go for something like 15, maybe somewhere along the line of that. And I'm thinking we're probably going to go maybe for some more prisoner management. I do have 2 skill points to spend, so another point of prisoner management would make our capacity a lot more, which would be very, very useful. And then I think I'm going to increase my shield. You know what? Shield skill is absolutely useless for me right now. You know why? Because I literally never, ever use my shield when I'm using a spear. I guess the only time I'm really going to be using a shield is when I'm up against archers or thrown weapon specialists or something like that. And talking of thrown weapons, we're going to put a point in power throw. Yes, I've done it. I have committed to using a thrown weapon at some point in the future. Oh, hello. Who are you? Come back. Ah, they're running away. That is sad. Okay, well, whatever the case, I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. But let's try it. Let's try and loot and burn this village. I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried. Suffice it to say, I could very well end up dying and losing all of my units. And that's maybe what is happening. Wait a minute. This is just a... Oh, they did not know what they were doing when they came in here. Oh, yes. This is pretty fantastic. Okay, so let's start battle holding position. This is 110 versus 104. And yeah, they did not know what they were doing when they decided to come in here. I think that they thought the nearby vassal, which is very close by, was going to be included in this particular combat, but no, they did not. They did not get included, which is fantastic for me. So, whoa, oh, hello. That was a lot of damage. How dare you? Let me reciprocate that damage a little bit. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's put my cavalry over there. And we will just tell our infantry just to advance as much as possible. And maybe... Hey, come on, guys. Get over there. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to approach from the side. Or maybe not. Apparently I'm getting absolutely murdered from every single direction. That's great. Okay, so let me see if I can... This guy's really good. Look at that. He's dodging and blocking and doing all kinds of wonderful things. Wow, what a crazy guy. Okay, so hopefully we can move our forces. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so they're actually going to attack the infantry while being in shield wall formation, which is exactly what I want. I can't believe that guy was a farmer. Can you believe that? That's crazy. That guy was able to block and parry me like no one's business while being a farmer. He must have been trained by someone extremely special indeed. Okay, so was that it? Oh, that was it. Okay. That was it. Okay, great. Very nice indeed. Okay, so that was... If that was the best they have, they're really not going to be able to do that much with us right here. So let's just put our cavalry over there. I only have 2 cavalry, so it's really not a particularly big deal if I don't tell them to go in, because let's face it, they're going to be up against a huge amount of spears and polearms. Obviously, they're currently up against farmers, so maybe it's not going to make too much difference. I actually really like the skybox and the effects. I mean, this mod is extremely pretty, isn't it? It really is. Anyway, let's tell our cavalry to charge in, and maybe I can... Is this one of mine? That is one of mine. I'm really bad at knowing which one's mine and which one's not. But hopefully I will get a little better at that in time, because we can pretty easily see that the enemy is blue in the case of the Delian League. So we shouldn't really have too many difficulties ascertaining which one is an enemy and which one's not. But some of my forces are using blue armor, which is kind of weird. So, yeah, should be a bit careful of that. I guess they might be mercenaries or something like that. I don't think the farmers level up. I think we ascertained that farmers do not level up, so I'm not going to be doing that. We're not going to take those guys. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So apparently Astonos does not like Sarios, even. As he was tending to our wounded after the lab battle. Okay. He's actually really good, guy. So I'm going to be supporting Sarios because he is our guy. Oh, this guy's an engineer. Oh, that is so annoying. Oh, yeah, that is kind of annoying, because this guy is really good for sieges, and he's also got trade skill and tactics, and this guy's got all the medic skills, so it's going to be kind of harsh to decide between those two, but I suppose we will have to in the end. Anyway, what's going on here? So this guy is probably going to want to attack us. Should I continue looting this? Yes, I should. Alright. Okay. He does want to attack, obviously. Oh, was I saved? I was saved by the bell. Apparently I was saved by the bell. Anyway, that is indeed a crash, and we will continue doing that in the next episode, because I'm not going to load up the mod all over again. I apologize. I really would like it to stop crashing, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know why that's happening. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.